Hi, I'm Sharon Spangler. Welcome to this RenoTV. I'm here at Reno City Hall with our very own Mayor Bob Cashell and the Regional Transportation Commission's Executive Director Lee Gibson. And we're going to talk about the Southeast Connector. It's a plan, a roadway plan that has been in the works in one form or another since the 1960s, and now it's actually coming close to fruition. And Lee, first off, maybe tell us, why do we need this?
Well, one of the reasons we need this road is we need better connectivity throughout our community. Right now, if you look at the streets west of 395, there's about 13 streets that carry around 160,000 cars a day. If you look east of 395, there's only 3 streets, and they're carrying about 120,000 cars a day. So clearly, we need additional capacity east of 395, and we need to be able to connect Sparks and South Reno together so people can shop, work, go to school, do all the things they need to do to get their lives and keep their lives moving forward. So that's why we need the Southeast Connector. It's just going to help us build our community, build connectivity, and provide folks a faster way to get to where they need to go.
Mayor, why are you supporting this project?
It's a very vital part of our infrastructure, and it'll take a lot of pressure off of 395. It'll make easier people going north and south, and it's a great project. It's been on the board, like you said, since the 60s. It's time to put it to sleep. We've only got about 5 miles left to build of it, and we need to get it done. So I'm supporting it very much. It's a great project.
Is this going to have a positive impact on our current infrastructure? Is it going to lift some of the load off of some of the streets that are being traveled on right now, some of our city streets?
I think it'll take a lot of the load off of the streets, and especially off of 395 during our peak hours, and I think it's really going to work out and help everybody a lot more. A lot of the trucks that are want to go south have to go to 395, then they go 90 south, and it just causes a lot of traffic jams. So I'm really looking forward to see it get underway.
That's great. When this was originally planned, it was supposed to be a connector for Mount Rose and Pyramid Lake. Maybe you could explain today where it's going to start and where it's going to end.
Well, it's going to start down at the Geiger Grade roundabout. We can now call it that's Veterans Parkway. It's going to come all the way up to the east and connect into Sparks Boulevard. So it's going to give folks, like the mayor said, an alternative to 395. And that's going to help improve safety, which is a big mission of the RTC. We not only want to get you to where you're going in a fast and timely and efficient manner, we want to get you there safe so you can work, go to school, recreate, see your family. And within that distance from Geiger Grade all the way up to Sparks Boulevard near I-80, that's about 9 miles, and we've got about 6 miles, 5.5 miles, as the mayor said, to build. And that's built already.
Right.
And we've got the bridge over the Truckee that's got to get built. And that's an interesting feature I just want to focus on for a moment. We're going to design a bridge over the Truckee that's going to allow us to keep the bicycle paths and the pedestrian pathways along the river open. A big part of this project is to help accommodate and support walking, bicycling, and also stream restoration. A lot of the waterways along the Southeast Connector, working in cooperation with the Flood Project, we're going to help restore a lot of the wetlands. In fact, I believe the ratio is about, for every acre we will use for the bridge, and that's the only part, we'll have about 10 acres of restored wetlands. We're going to have blinds for photographers. We're basically going to enhance the environment. A big step for that we took towards that was recently submitting our permits to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and they're looking at those permits right now. We're very proud of the environmental stewardship we're showing with the project, and I think it's something the community is going to be proud of when the project's built.
Is that what's really holding the project up right now, is getting those approvals from the Army Corps of Engineers?
Basically, that's what we're waiting for, is we'll get those permits and then we'll start construction.
We're hoping they'll get it going real soon, because we've got to do a little work on the golf course over there, and what they're doing with the wildlife restoration is going to make that a beautiful area over there, and the sound that we can just do a lot of things for the homeowners over there and make it very peaceful for them.
Well, over the years, that's been one of the stumbling blocks, is there's been a vocal minority, particularly in the Hidden Valley area, that didn't really want the project. but I understand now that sentiment has actually changed, that most people want the project. And I was curious as to why it is going through the Rosewood Lakes Golf Course versus someplace else in that area.
You know, they looked at that. They looked at putting it on top of the mountain. They looked at putting behind Hidden Valley. And all those costs were so exorbitant. You'd have to buy houses, tear down houses. This is all flat land. And we're going to relocate part of the golf course. We're going to keep part of the golf course. And it's going to work out real good. And the homeowners over there should be very pleased with it when it's finished.
How does that work? Does the RTC pay to move the golf course, or do they give the city some sort of a lump sum that they can do whatever they want to do to mitigate the circumstance? How does that work?
We're going to sit down with the city and talk about the different options and look at how much it'll cost and what needs to be done. I personally believe the city is better at looking at how to design golf courses than the RTC. We know how to design roads. The city is a much more diverse organization than we are. They operate parks and do all of that, and I think the city will take care of that stuff. But,
yeah, we'll take the golf course design.
yeah.
You'll have me a freeway going down through the golf paths. No, we'll take the freeway design.
Is this going to be an extension to have 18 holes, or
We'll have 18. No, we'll have 18 holes, either with part of what we have or all new. But right now we'll end up with 18 holes, and it'll be very nice. It's all open space. It'll be very nice. It'll be a very nice club, and I think a lot of people will use it when we finish it. And we hope to have that built before they finish the roadway.
Is this going to be on the other side of Pembroke? Is that the plan?
Part of it be north of Pembroke, part of it be south of Pembroke. So it can work and be done very well. And there's a lot of places I can show you examples in La Quinta, Palm Springs, all of those desert clubs have done the same thing. So this will be a great location and a great opportunity to really improve a course.
Kind of begs the question, because with the downturn in the economy, a lot of the golf courses have suffered. I know right now the city's in the process of working a deal to get the Northgate Golf Course, former Northgate Golf Course, and turn that into some sort of a public park setting. Why did the city feel it was important to keep the Rosewood Lakes Golf Course?
Well, we have a lot of senior citizens that play the Rosewood, and we have a lot of people that use it. A lot of the homeowners over there use it, and there's a lot of people coming from out of town. So we felt it's very important to stay. It's a very vital part of our infrastructure and our parks and stuff.
Back to what we were talking about originally, you were talking about how next to this connector there's going to be open space. As my understanding, it's going to be like 10 feet wide, and it's going to be a multi-use area where people can bike and walk and do all sorts of recreational activities.
Bicycle paths, connecting, especially around the Truckee River, restored wetlands. I think that the message or theme that I really like to focus on is not only will the golf course still have 18 holes to play with all of the amenities that a golf course brings for open space, but the restored wetlands. It's going to be a fabulous contribution to our community. What we try to do in transportation now at the RTC is exactly these types of projects. We want to partner with our member entities. We want to create not just a transportation linkage, but a quality of life enhancement and contribute to the environment. When we go back to RTC 5 and we look at the measures that have been approved by the voters to build infrastructure, there's two themes we see. One, complete the projects that are out there and help improve connectivity, but also create jobs. And that's not just creating construction jobs, but creating long-term jobs in our economy. Those jobs are created by infrastructure that enhances the quality of life and partners and sustains the environment. We will compete for new jobs. We will grow as a region, in my mind, when we do those types of initiatives that bring not just a roadway, but all facets of our infrastructure and all facets of our environment together. And when we're done with the design and done with the construction, we walk away and we see a key new asset for our community that enhances people's quality of life. And that's what's going to bring businesses here.
The wetlands they're going to do and stuff, the drawings that I've looked at, and a few of them, but it's going to be great. And I see what Perry de Loretto did down on Veterans Parkway, the wetlands and stuff, the different birds and things that come in. So I'm really excited about it. Can we start tomorrow?
We'll start.
Oh, we
as
have
soon
to
as the
wait
board
on that
tells us.
permit, don't we?
Well, actually, we're starting now. We have contractors underway on the bridge design right now. We are designing the remaining portions of the road that aren't around the wetland areas. So we are actually moving forward. And when the Corps gives us the green light, we're moving forward.
That's good.
Fabulous. Speaking of Perry DiLoretto's projects, what I thought was really great about this is the fact that you can go like from the path along the Truckee River, get on that path eventually, and then end up in the Double Diamond, Damani area and go through all the paths in that neighborhood. So families can make a whole day out of just riding their bike or doing whatever they want, you know, on that path. That's going to be beautiful.
It'll connect, and they'll have beautiful scenery and everything to look at, and it's going to be very, very nice.
So my next question is, when is it going to start? You're just waiting for the Army Corps of Engineers to make their decision. Any timeline on that?
We think the fastest schedule I've seen would have clearance by November.
Great.
With a possible groundbreaking in November. Now that's assuming we have no delays from the Corps of Engineers and
No snow.
Yeah, no snow. Well, right now
Snow doesn't bother him.
Yeah, snow doesn't bother me right now.
My last question, and you touched on it, how is this project being paid for?
Well, this project's being paid for through the RTC5 funds that were approved by the voters, and along with some bonds that the RTC has issued. And one reason we want to accelerate the project is there's great prices right now in the construction sector, and we would like to be able to capitalize on that so we can get the most bang for the buck. But this is going to be coming out of the RTC's RTC5 funds.
And that's what the voters in this city voted for, to build this connector and to get it done. And it's time for us to produce, and I don't think whatever we get back from the Corps is going to be insurmountable. So we can go, and like he said, he can probably save 20% on all bids right now.
Wow, so it sounds like the timing is right from the community standpoint. People really want this project now. It's going to not really impact homes in the area, and the time is right for getting great construction prices. So I really wish you a lot of luck with this project.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
And thank you all for joining us on this Reno TV.